Far too many listings are sitting on the market well beyond the average days, and they end up getting expired or they get withdrawn from the market itself. And it's not because there aren't buyers. The problem is bad photos, weak marketing, and zero expectations set with the sellers up front, which is why today I'm going to explain exactly how you can end up getting these listings sold for more money, faster amount of time, and less frustration. What's up, guys? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty. And if this is something that you are struggling with, it kind of hits home with you, and you want my direct help and support for free, just go in the description below, click on my calendar link, and book a call with me, and we can talk about taking your business to that next level. All right, for starters, I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this. I hear about it all the time. I see it happening all the time. The first thing that we need to discuss is setting those expectations up front with those sellers. There are far too many agents that are afraid to speak their mind, talk, negative about a person's house. You gotta let them know exactly where their house stands. Let them know what could be updated if it's something that they're willing to do. Let them know certain aspects of the house, like a dated kitchen or damage, an old roof, old mechanicals. That is going to affect the speed of the sale and how much you could actually list the house for with the market. But also explain the market of where we're at, because sometimes pricing right in the market, like right now, pricing right sometimes indicates that you need to go below what the comps are showing. And you have to be upfront with all that stuff. But also talk about timelines of things. Let them know, how you feel about like an open house, for instance. Because let's be honest with ourselves. Open house is literally just to get more clients. It's like 1% of the time that you're going to sell a house from open house. Don't lie to them about it. Don't give them these expectations, these false expectations that, this is going to do well or that's going to do well, or yeah, we could price it at that. Be honest with them. Be straight up. Don't sit there and BS your way through it just because you're trying to get another paycheck. You're never going to grow your business that way. It's about relationships over transactions. Plain and simple. I learned that from a coach of mine, and my business has completely changed since I understood that concept of things. And to be honest, you being completely honest with them, even talking negative about their house, even going against them of what they are saying, they're going to respect that. And if they don't respect that and they don't want to work with you, fine. That's not your client then. Plain and simple. 100% of the people you talk to, you're only going to work with 30% of them. So if they're not going to trust in you and follow your guidance and your direction and be okay with knowing, oh, hey, we're going to price high, but I'm telling you right now, there's a high probability, because don't guarantee anything, but there's a high probability that it's not going to sell, and we're going to have to do a price decrease on it and reduce it down in order to get more people to show up and get an offer in there. Be straight up, because if they end up seeing that, even if they don't trust you on that aspect, but they trust you enough to go forward, if they see that, I've recently had it happen with one of my own clients where they're like, oh my gosh, you were right all along. I can't believe it. And it's not that difficult. Be honest, set the expectations. The next thing that you want to look at is with the pricing of stuff during that initial thing. You cannot sugarcoat this whatsoever. There's always a lag between buyers and sellers from whatever the market's doing. Whether we're current market where we're shifting to buyers, or, going into a seller's market, the price points, every which direction you could think of, up, down, left, right, diagonal, throw it all in there. You have to be upfront. Show the comps to them of what you pulled up in comparison to their house. Let them know, hey, if you are willing to do this and willing to wait a little bit, spend $5,000, update the kitchen a little bit, because you could turn around and you almost double your money from it. It's like a 98, 99% ROI of what you put into a kitchen. You need to know these numbers. You need to know the updates to do. Something like paint. Yes, it is pretty much guaranteed whoever moves into a house, they're going to paint it. But I am telling you right now, fresh, neutral paint costs pennies on the dollar, and it will increase the sale of the house, especially if like the walls are beat up from kids, animals, you name it, whatever. Freshen the stuff up. It gives a better perspective to those buyers. And it's just going to be one of those things where you tie all this stuff in together in that initial meeting, and you are going to build the trust. You are going to show them you are the professional and you know what you're talking about, instead of feeding them complete lies and BS just to sit there and get the listing. And again, I see it all the time. They get the listing and then it expires. It gets withdrawn and then they're down and out. It's constant. You got to be honest. You got to be upfront. You got to do your homework on this stuff and give sellers the exact information they're looking for. What's going to happen through the process, what the price should be, what's wrong with the house, everything, anything that you could think of. Give them complete clarity, plain and simple. Now, the next thing that I see a lot is a quick little organic post is not enough. Wow. You went on Facebook and Instagram and you posted that you have a home for sale. That's great that you did that. However, it's reaching around 8% of your audience, especially, even less if you don't have it fully optimized according to the social platform. It's great that you're doing that. You have to do that. There's more than that that's involved. Don't just, take a couple pictures of the house and put it online and say, check out this new listing, and leave it at that. That's not marketing in the right way. That's just doing a fraction of it. And when you do that, throw the price in there. Don't be afraid to hide the price. You're not going to get someone that's going to end up DMing you going, oh, what's the price? Oh, great, let's schedule a showing. Doesn't work that way. More than likely, the person that sees that, if anything comes from it, it's going to be because they know somebody looking. And then they could say, hey, a house just hit right in my neighborhood or right near me. I know you've been looking. It's priced at this. It has this. Give the details: beds, baths, square footage, size of the yard, a couple key features, price of the home. But don't just stop there. Take video, Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Do it the right way. You got to end up having the proper optimization and going through and doing it the right way. You can't just throw a video together. And I'm telling you right now, as great as paid videographers are, that's not enough. Quite honestly, I feel you're wasting money. I do it all myself for free. Takes, next to nothing, minutes of my time, and I don't have to pay hundreds of dollars for something that's either going to get the same amount of views or sometimes even less. So if you tell your seller oh yeah, I get video of your home and I put it on YouTube, and then you just slap it on YouTube, even in the what's considered the long form that's past a minute and a half, and you're wondering why you have 5 views on it, because you're not doing it right. Long form YouTube, if you don't know how to properly optimize it and have a channel set up properly, don't even waste your time and money. Complete waste. Keep it to all the shorts, the stuff that could actually reach of what's going on there. But you got to also run the targeted ads. Facebook is tremendous for this. You set your ads up right and do everything properly with just one photo. That's all you need. Front of the house. Have everything laid out the proper way of what it is doing. Run those targeted ads. Blast it out there. That is another means of marketing. And when you do your social media post, don't just do one and done. Keep it going. Break things up. Maybe show 1 pictures one day, and then 2 days later you show, more pictures of the house. Make it like a lifestyle. Explain where the house is located. Is it near a school? Is it, minutes from a town center? Is it minutes from shopping, restaurants? Let people know what some of the amenities are of that house. If it's in an HOA, what's included with the HOA? Give people full clarity instead of just posting like a link to the MLS or Zillow and just walking away from it and saying, here you go, click on it. Chances are it's not going to be clicked on. And any type of link in Facebook, put it in the comments. Don't put it in the main post, because as soon as you do that, you're directing people to leave Facebook. Facebook wants you to stay on Facebook. Don't put links outside of the comments. Keep it in the comment section and pin it so it sits at top. But, you know, again, like, show those highlight features. Show, you know, everything and anything that you can about the house. Video, post, stories, and set it up through your ChatGPT or whatever AI system you're using to break it down when you should be posting these in a day's stretch. It'll even let you know exactly what you want to do. Break it all up. Have everything ready to go. Now, this next one, it absolutely drives me insane. Why is it that so many of you are taking cell phone pictures for a house? Our job is to, you know, represent our clients to the best of our capabilities. Did you know that professional photography can sell a house up to 32% faster and net the seller up to $11,200 more from hiring a professional? And you know the crazy part? For me, in my area of Northeast Ohio, it's anywhere from like $300 to $500 depending on the house size. That's pennies on the dollar for what we are making. What is with the cell phone pictures? What is with the dark pictures? The really tiny ones, I'm sure you've seen them or you know of them, where they're like this big on the MLS and you can't even see what the hell it looks like. Professional photography, every single house, no exceptions. You want someone who is selling a house for $200,000 to feel like it's in $1 million home. Don't change the way you market stuff. Now, you may change, like, you know, the type of paper stuff's put on. You know, you might use like a higher quality piece of paper, maybe laminate type stuff for the more extravagant homes. Understandable. But the way you market it, the way you present it, should be the exact same for every single house. No questions asked, period. I do not understand why there are so many agents that I see out there that got cell phone photos, dark photos. And I've seen it on million-some-dollar homes. That's a huge commission check that you are getting. Even if you're selling a $200,000 house, that's still money that you are making. And you're not going to spend $300 to $500 out of your pocket to sell it faster, sell it for more. Impress your sellers. Get repeat business. Establish a relationship. Get referrals. You're setting yourself up for failure from simply trying to save a couple bucks. Don't be cheap. Let a professional do it. Don't even buy a camera and do it yourself. Pay someone who is an actual real estate photographer. It's a few $100, guys. Come on. We got to get it together with that. But professional photography, you have to end up doing it. You know, and include the drone shots with the homes when you can. There's some areas to where they can't fly the drones. Commercially, you're not allowed to fly the drones. You got to have a license, one, and then you got to abide by the regulations, the air regulations for traffic control, things like that. Do it all. You know, in the more extravagant listings, pay for the twilight photos. Do it up. Spend the money. You'll get it back tenfold. No joke. It's going to happen. Now, a little bonus tip for you. When you do a video, and make sure you do a video of the home, highlight the key features, put it out there, go into ChatGPT. If you don't know the full optimization of the platforms, tell ChatGPT that you need your video to be fully optimized for whatever said platform. Instagram is now Google indexed. ChatGPT is going to know that type of stuff. Prompt it the right way. Have it do the captions. It will reach more. There is one caveat to it. If you're not posting consistently, it's not going to push your content as much, especially on YouTube for things. But still, Just do your own video. Do your own SEO, GEO, AEO is speech pattern, Google indexing. Let AI write all that stuff for you. You're going to be amazed of how quickly it fires that stuff out, and it does it to the T. So then everything shows up where it needs to show up. You copy and paste, it's done. But video, I'm telling you, do not use like the Zillow video or, the MLS where it just scrolls pictures and then you're telling people that you do video. That drives me insane. Absolutely insane. Now, if you are an agent to where you're feeling stuck, you're not feeling like you're moving in your business, and you want some more help, support, weekly mastermind calls, tools that are costing people thousands of dollars to pay a coach to give them the same stuff. If you want all this for free and you want to see what it looks like to partner with me over at EXP and the Wolfpack with Mike Sherrard and Joshua Smith, just book a call with me. The calendar link is in the description below. And let's talk about taking your business to that next level and excelling it, and then doing your social media the right way, learning AI the right way, getting coaching from Joshua Smith on a weekly basis, Mike Sherrard weekly basis, and being part of a group for free that doesn't cost any extra, that is almost 3,000 agents strong. If that's something that interests you, book that call with me and we will have that discussion. And I promise you, as long as you put in the effort, your business will thrive. We will grow your business like no other.